Welcome! Today's lesson is going to be possessive adjectives. But what are possessive adjectives? The possessive adjectives are normally used to indicate the object or the subject of the present, and they are normally followed by a noun. But they also mean that something belongs to someone or something belongs to an object. Now, I'm going to tell you what exactly are the possessive adjectives. Now, we have here two columns. One is for personal pronouns and the other one is for possessive adjectives. You supposedly learned already the personal pronouns, so now you're only going to focus in the possessive adjectives. I decided to put each one of them to help you remember each one. Okay? Now, like I said before, the possessive adjectives are used to indicate the object or the subject of the sentence or that something belongs to a person or an object. Okay? Here, like I said, I put this one to help you remember. Now, instead of using I, you're using my. Instead of using you, you're using yours. Instead of using he, you're using his. Instead of using she, you're using her. Instead of using it, you're using its. Instead of using we, you're using your. And instead of using they, you're using their. Okay? As you can see, some are similar, some are different. So you need to learn exactly how are they written, because in other lessons you're going to see that some of these may look like some other words. Okay? So you need to do exactly how to write them. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you some examples in case you didn't understand what I have said. Now, for the first example, we have John lives in New York City. His house is very big. Whose house is very big? John. So we are indicating that his house belongs to John, and John is a boy. That's why we're using his. His house is very big. Okay? So we are not repeating again John. John has a big house. Instead of we are writing his house is very big. Now, the second example, Susan lives in Canada. Her house is very big. Susan is a girl, so that's why we're using her. Her house is very big. In this case, we are also using a possessive adjective to indicate that the house belongs to Susan. Susan is a girl, that's why it's her. Her is for possession, okay? Now, the next example. The cat is really pretty. Its name is Kitty. It's is because it's an object? No, it's an animal. Exactly. That's why we're using it. Like we said in the last lesson, it is used for objects or animals. In this case, it's an animal, and now we are no longer using it. We're using it because we're saying that the name of the cat is Kitty. Its name is Kitty. We're using possession, okay? Its name is Kitty. The next example is we travel every year in the car. Our car is red. Now, because the car belongs maybe to various people, maybe a family, we're saying our car, because it doesn't belong only to me. It belongs maybe to my whole family. Our car is red. Now, it's time for a fun activity. We have few sentences here that you're going to complete with the correct possessive adjective. Be very careful which possessive adjective you're going to need for each sentence. Try to be very careful and pause if necessary to complete this. Okay? Because then after I show you this, I'm going to make a brief pause and then I'm going to show you the correct answers for this exercise. So feel free to just pause the video and try to complete it for yourself. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to show you the correct answers. For example, the first one, the boy likes his school. Why is he? Because we're talking about the boy, and is exactly masculine, which is his school. In the second example, we have Mary sees her mother every day. Her because it's a she. We're talking about Mary, her mother. Okay? And so on, which if exercise. If you have any doubt, Try to rewatch the video and make notes if necessary. Okay? Try to do it again the exercise if you're necessary, or try to look up some in the internet. I hope that you have understand today's lesson, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.